thing about, I saw a quote from a trade unionist a while back. It kind of disappointed me. It was run on national TV. He said it's hard for us to talk to our members when Rush Limbaugh, Glenn Beck, and Sean Hannity are in the background on the radio and TV. Rush Limbaugh, Glenn Beck, Sean Hannity. Known around my household as SpongeBob SquarePants, Mr. Teletubby, and the Pillsbury Doughboy. I say that because I want to emphasize that while we should take their ideas that they spew seriously and the hate they spew seriously, I think we give them way too much credit. Way too much credit. And as we come into this November election, we have to answer what it is they're saying about America and about American workers in particular. These anti-union voices. I know the members of my own union sitting here in front, my home union, OSI. And Joanne and Davina and Gary behind me will be interested to know that along with other public employees, we are now what they call a privileged class of workers in this country. That's what they call us. Council 8 just issued their newspaper in advance of the election, and this is a blow-up of their front page. Cases to public employees, we don't want you. And that is true. But that message extends and should be taken to heart by every worker in this state, no matter what sector we come from, building, trades, industrial, or public sector. Because sisters and brothers, the forces that are arrayed against us today, their voices of intolerance that we hear on the airwaves, and their moneyed allies on Wall Street have one motivation and one plan in mind only, and that is to destroy and wreck the American middle class. Let's don't make any mistake about it. But there is one movement they've got to get out of the way before they can do that. That is the great American trade union movement. And sisters and brothers, we're not going to get out of their way. Year. Now, over the 3 years I've been president and the years ahead, I'll continue to tell you one truth, which we all know and share. And that is, we've seen better days as a movement. We haven't even seen our worst day yet. Not yet. But sisters and brothers, if there were two of us, just two of us left, would we not have a labor movement still? And if those two people were willing to stand up and fight together, could not those two trade unionists, that movement of two together, change Ohio and change America? Yes, we could. We're being asked to abandon our friends this year. That's what we're being asked to do. We're being asked to be intimidated and cowed and bullied into abandoning the friends who have stood with us for so long. Ed Strickland, Rich Cordray, Lee Fisher, Mary Ellen O'Shaughnessy, David Pepper, Kevin Boyce, our friends in the Ohio House, our representatives, and our friends in the minority in the Ohio Senate. We're being asked to walk away from them. And we're being asked to do so by people that I don't think, understand our democracy. I don't think are committed to it. And I don't care who knows that I think they don't love America either. I don't mind saying that. They claim their patriotism, and some of them, like John Casey, want to be validated because he professes a belief in the Bible. He says he Bible studies, I think, every week. I got news for him. He's flunked. He's flunked Bible studies in a couple of very important ways. Did not the good book say that it is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than a rich man to get into heaven? Did it not say that? Yeah. So, he says that he's a Bible study guy, he forgot what the Bible says. What you do unto the least of mine, you do unto me. These two critical lessons from the Bible have been rejected by the people who gave us toxic assets on Wall Street, bad loans that brought down our banks, and grotesque and godless bonuses for CEOs who first wrecked our economy and in the process darn near brought down our nation. And now want to run an even bigger scam on us by sending John Casey and Rob Portman into office to finish off the work that they and their cronies were unable, their country club cronies, unable to finish off. You got to give one of those country club cronies credit. That Bader guy. You ever seen a guy that maintains such an orange-looking tan all year round? I saw a political cartoon the other day that said that President Obama had to raise the threat level to orange because John Bader walked into the room. Their goal of destroying the American middle class and destroying the American trade union movement is clear. You watch Kasich ads. What does he say? In one of the ads, he's running the most on television. Does he say, I'm really concerned about families who have lost their jobs and have sick kids. I'm worried about them losing their health insurance. Does he say, I'm worried about the poor, the underprivileged? What does he say? He says, I want to make Ohio more business friendly.
That's what he said.
I mean, how much more do they want in terms of making this state and this country business friendly? And handed it over to global corporations that have shipped our jobs overseas. They destroyed our financial institutions because of their greed. And they want to drive worker wages and benefits down, don't make any mistake about it, to the same level as those jobs Dave Caldwell talked about that Dave created in China. And they're making great progress. I don't know how many of you saw the paper this morning. Had a story in it that left me shaking my head. Something we fought for throughout the history of our movement is finally coming to pass, sisters and brothers. The wage gap in this country between women and men is shrinking. It's at its lowest level ever. Do we know why? Right. We know why. Because men's wages have fallen so drastically over the last decade that while women's wages have barely inched up, the two are finally just about running neck and neck. This is their vision of America. I promise you, it's their vision of America. And it's their hope and plan for working families. A permanent two-class society in which the super rich control the lives of everyone else and mete out the crumbs from their table to working people across this country and around the globe. But they got to get us out of the way first, sisters and brothers. And we're not